If you feel like your bank account in GTA Online is just sitting completely still while everyone is buying the new luxury cars, you're probably missing out on the weekly update. Rockstar just dropped the new weekly update, and honestly, if you aren't taking advantage of some of these things this week, you are potentially leaving millions on the table. In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 things you absolutely cannot miss in GTA Online this week. We're talking about things with huge bonuses, massive discounts, and much more as well. This weekly update will be refreshing on May 21st, so without any further ado, let's get into the video. To begin with, we have the bonuses this week. There was a 4x bonus on land races. Now, I know what you're thinking, races are for fun, not really for money, but this week, just having that 4x bonus on every single land race in the game should be able to make you some pretty nice amounts of cash. So just using this one bonus, especially if you guys are into your racing, should be able to make you good money and also rank you up extremely fast. For example, if you guys are a lower rank in GTA Online, this is your golden ticket. You could pretty easily jump 10 or 20 ranks in just a few hours, especially in them full public 16-player lobbies, depending on the race. We also got a triple money bonus on the HSW time trial. If you guys have access to this, I would 100% recommend completing it before the refresh date. In the gameplay here, you will see that I did complete this one, and I got this huge payout. Unfortunately, this is just something you can do one time per week, and it is only available on the next gen or current gen consoles. Alongside that triple money bonus, we had that on the Simeon contact missions. This is actually a pretty nice thing to do if you guys play solo or play with just one other friend or something. Contact missions can typically be quite fun, and with the triple money and RP, you should have a pretty fun time playing them. The beauty of the contact missions is their consistency. You aren't waiting for the stock to produce or dealing with griefers in a public lobby. You can just load into a private session, speed run through the missions, climb the ranks, or even just see small amounts of cash after eventually completing a few of them. Another bonus this week was a double money and RP on the tow truck service and community race series. The tow truck service is a really underrated option there. Most people buy the tow truck and completely forget it exists, but using the tow truck, you are basically getting paid twice for one 5-minute job, and it of course directly impacts the salvage yard safe. Well worth staying on top of. The final bonus was just double money on the salvage yard daily income and the salvage yard robbery target sales and salvage value. So the salvage yard this week honestly has some of the best bonuses. If you already have a salvage yard before that weekly update started, hopefully you have already done all of these salvage yard robberies and made roughly around $2 million from that. Extremely nice to see that bonus, and even the salvage yard daily income being doubled itself paired with the tow truck service is some extremely nice side money. Now before we move over to the next section, we do have to talk about the Motor Madness event. This is only running until May 27th, so technically you've got until next week's refresh to grab and make the most of this special event, but I thought it was well worth the mention anyway, just in case you guys forget or don't play next week. First off, the easiest win of the week, just log in. If you boot up the game before the 27th of May, you're getting the Rockstar helmet for free. If you're planning on buying a car, if you pick it up from Simeon's Auto Shop, Rockstar is also going to give you the Rockstar Racing suit. If you purchase a vehicle from the Luxury Autos dealership, you will be getting the LS Customs Varsity jacket, and at the LS Car Meet, if you purchase a vehicle in here, you will receive the blue Banshee tee, so some nice clothing unlocks tied to these different things. Just bear in mind it is only the show vehicles, especially in terms of the LS Car Meet. If you buy a vehicle from a friend, for example, inside there, it will not count. Also, a quick tip for the newer players, the LS Car Meet membership is completely free right now. If you are yet to get that and get started with the tuner's career, go to the LS Car Meet and get that membership for free. It usually costs $50,000. There is of course all of them discounts as well. Extremely nice, well worthwhile. Alright, let's get into the discounts because this week actually is dangerous for your bank account if you aren't careful. First up, the big one, a 40% off the salvage yard properties, including its upgrades and all modifications. If you are yet to pick up a salvage yard, this is definitely the week to do it. Like I mentioned earlier, the passive income and the tow truck payouts are of course boosted right now, so buying this business while it's 40% off means you're going to break even way faster than usual, alongside completing them salvage yard robbery targets. Also, the Eclipse Boulevard garage is 40% off. This is the 50 car garage. If your current garages are full of completely random cars you have stacked up over the years, this is the best way to consolidate your collection in one spot for a massive discount. Now for the vehicles there, we have a huge list of 40% off, and there are some absolute gems there. The Grotti Italia RSX is on sale. Having that 40% off this car is absolutely great. In my opinion, one of the better looking sports cars. I also really do like the Banshee GTS with that 40% discount. If you guys have the HSW upgrades, or at least access to them, now is a great opportunity to pick that up. The Shotaro is also 40% off, along with the Pipistrello, and in my opinion, I think the vehicles that I just mentioned are the best ones on the screen. Well worth getting if you are yet to get them. Dropping down to the 30% off, we have the Bravado Gauntlet Classic, the Coil Brawler, and the Declassi Impaler SZ, along with the Lampadati Novak and the Ubermac Reinhardt. In my opinion, I think these ones are a skip, still well worth mentioning because they are 30% off. And last but not least, in the discount section, we have the Gunvan discounts, a 40% off the Compact EMP launcher, and a 40% off for GTA Plus members only on the Precision Rifle. Remember, all of these discounts, the cars, the properties, and the Gunvan discounts will be refreshing on May 21st. So if you've been eyeing that 50 car garage, one of the vehicles, or even just the salvage yard, I would recommend buying at least something before the Thursday refresh. Now, for some free cars this week, we start things off inside the casino. For the Lucky Wheel Podium vehicle, you could get the Benefactor LM87. This isn't just some random luxury car, this is a top tier racing machine. It's got some of the best downforce and is genuinely competitive in the supercar class. If you haven't won it yet, make sure that you get the daily spin out of the way. You still have enough time to get it for free if you start right now. We then had the LS Car Meet Prize Ride, which is another Benefactor car called the Krieger. This is widely considered one of the best all-around supercars in the game. It has some ridiculous traction and even good top speed to pair with that. To take this one home for free, you need to place top 5 in 5 races in the LS Car Meet series. So again, there should be enough time to do this one. Luckily, it does not seem to be a challenge where you have to do it multiple days in a row, so very nice to see that. Both of these 2 free cars are genuinely so good. There is one more free car that you can get this week, and this will actually be inside your salvage yard. There is a claimable vehicle called the Coquette D10, and it also has the LS Pounders vanity plate, which might make it potentially just a little bit more rare. Any of you guys with the salvage yard definitely want to complete that. Now, for some weekly money methods that you probably want to do as well, we start things off with the weekly challenge, which is the free 100k. To get this one, you need to win any 2 races. That is it. Completing that will get you that $100,000, and you will also unlock the Dark Manor racing suit. If you guys are already grinding those 4 times land races I mentioned earlier, you should be able to get this done in no time at all. Also, don't forget the new FIB priority file this week. It is the black box file. It's pretty quick, and here are the bonus challenges worth completing for an additional $50,000. We then have the salvage yard rewards, of course, with that double money and RP. This is something you definitely want to focus on, getting you almost or just over $2 million, including the claimable Coquette D10, depending if you guys want it or not, and the other 2 cars that you definitely want to sell. If you just picked up the salvage yard, make sure that you do it before May 21st. Even though you can't claim the last 2 salvage yard vehicles, the payout for selling them is still boosted this week, so extremely worth your time. And last but not least, for the weekly money methods, we have the time trials. The premium race was called the Commute, the standard time trial was Galileo Park, and the HSW time trial, which is paying out triple money, was East Vinewood to Vespucci Beach. Get them things done before May 21st. Last but not least, we have to check out the showrooms. At Simeon's Auto Shop, we have a really solid lineup. We have the JB700, the Rapid GT Cabrio, the Karen 190Z, the Ore GT, and Western Rat Bike. Some of these vehicles were removed, and some of them even have that 40% discount, as I mentioned earlier, so well worth going here and potentially even test driving some or buying. Then at the Luxury Autos dealership, we did have the Sentinel XS4 and the Vapid FMJ Mark V wrapped in the new water-like livery. I think this livery looks pretty cool. The Vapid FMJ Mark V is extremely nice, which I'm sure many of you guys already know. Finally, the LS Car Meet test track has the Banshee GTS, the Itali RSX wrapped in the monochrome limited time livery, and the Pipistrello, which is wrapped in the Street Camo Right limited time livery. I definitely think that the LS Car Meet has the best selection there, some insanely nice cars, and they all have 40% discounts apart from the HSW test ride. So yeah, if you guys were planning to buy one of them vehicles there, now is the perfect chance to do that. With that being said, that will really wrap up this video of 5 things you don't want to miss out on this week in GTA Online. This event week was honestly quite huge, and I do expect next week to have a pretty similar structure. I think Rockstar already did reveal some of the bonuses and discounts, so yeah, another week to look forward to after this one refreshes on May 21st. If you guys went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, leave a like. I always do appreciate it, and if you are new here and like what you see, subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.